Hi guys, it's Shami. So today we are going to make a decoupage basket. My friend Pam gave me these two little baskets and they'll be perfect on my desk because I always have like UBS drives and all sorts of stuff on my desk. So, and they get lost or I lose them or that kind of thing, or little memory cards. So these are perfect size to put on my desk, but I want to make them pretty and decorative. So what I have here is Deco Arts Americana Chalky Finish paints, and they have a whole bunch of different colors. I am going to use this napkin that I got from Tuesday Mornings, and then I have my Deco Arts Decoupage glue or sealer Americana. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and I have it in gloss, but you could also use matte. And then I have one of their stencil brushes, is really good for applying the chalky paint, especially on a basket because it gets all in the grooves. And then I have a sponge, and I also have water too. Okay, so let's get started. I am going to do this one in real time. I know some of you guys wanted to see some of the decoupage tutorials in real time, so we'll do that. So first we're going to squirt out the Deco Arts Americana Decor Chalky Finish paint. I'm going to use Yesteryear is what color I'm going to use. It's a beautiful gray color. And I think it will go well with the napkin. Now when you're decoupaging, you do want to select a color that's a little bit lighter than the background color of your napkin. It just gives you better results. Another thing that you can do is just use chalky white chalkboard paint too, and that works well too. And Deco Arts has a lot of different beautiful white colors in this finish. So you're just going around and you want to get into all the nooks and crannies. You might have to do a second coat of this paint, but I love it because it doesn't have to be sanded or anything. It's just very, very easy to use. Now I'm going to be using the whole pattern, but if you didn't want to do that, you could just get a wet detail brush and just cut out kind of the part of the napkin that you wanted to use and just have this beautiful paint just coming through, and that would work great too. But I want to use the whole pattern. I really love the pattern. So I'm just getting in there, all the little nooks and crannies. I'll probably have to do a second coat, and you can actually squirt it right on there too. That's what I normally do. And it does dry pretty quickly, so just work, not so slow. Sorry, I'm moving the table here, so I'm going to bring this up a little bit. And my table is connected to the camera, so I don't want you guys to move around too much. Okay, there we go. So we'll add a little bit there. And they have special brushes for baskets, for painting baskets that really get in the nooks and crannies, and I'll link those below. If you're planning to do a lot of baskets like this and you want them to look just pristine and professional, then I will connect you with that. So we're going to do just the outside. I'm not really worried about the inside, but I might do the inside. We'll see. I never quite know what I'm going to do until I start a project. I'm going to go ahead and we're going outside and inside. Just like that. And I love decoupage. It's so fun. It's definitely a lost art, but there's so many things that you can upcycle and give new life to with decoupage, with a little paint and some beautiful napkins. And there's so many gorgeous napkins out there nowadays. And I might go in with another brush just because I'm missing some spaces there, but we're going to see how much we can cover here. And the napkin's going to cover up a lot of it, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me today. I've had a runny nose all day, so excuse me if I sound a little stuffy. Okay, good. Alrighty, we are going to grab another brush. I think I'll use this one. And I did shake this paint before, but it comes out nice and smooth, which is good. Okay, we're going to go in there with this brush too, because I think I got most of the nooks and cranny that my other brush, this brush, can't get to. So we're going to go in just like this and paint it. Another coat. And you should let it dry between coats, but I usually don't do that. I go right in and then I let it dry once. Very cool. And if you want, I have a whole bunch of decoupage tutorials. I love to decoupage. So I've done candlesticks, boxes, paper mache boxes, wooden boxes. So there's tons of tutorials, and I actually have a playlist. So I'll link that below, and I'll also put it in an iCard too, so you can check that out and look at all my decoupage projects. It's definitely a beginner's kind of art, which I love. I feel like you can do it and it's not complicated and you'll love the results. It'll be great. I am going to go ahead and paint the inside. I probably need that other brush, but we're going to just spread it around like that. Just like that. And as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, I'm fiddling around with it, but it really doesn't have to be perfect at all. Not even a little bit, actually. And if you wanted to, you don't. I do recommend that you paint it. I just like the finish better. It really looks pretty with a napkin. But some people don't paint. They just use the napkins for this technique that I'm showing you. But I like it painted, so that's why we're going to paint it. Now I am going to concentrate a little bit on the upper kind of thing here. Rim, I think is the best way to refer to it. And I'm just doing that because I want it mostly painted because that part is going to show. So I'm just taking my brush. I have it loaded with lots and lots of paint, and I'm just going in and kind of squishing the brush down to get into all the nooks and crannies. Because I really want that top part when you look into the basket to be pretty much covered. So I'm just wiggling my brush. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle the brush. It does have a lot of paint on it, so we're good there. And the bristles are coming off a little bit because I'm abusing the brush, but you can just pick those off. Just make sure you pick them off before they dry on there. Very cool. Alrighty. I like that. I might do a second coating, but I'll do that off camera so we can move this project alone. But I'm just going to let this dry naturally. You could hit it with a blow dryer and that would work great too. But I really like where we're going so far. See, and that's how the bottom looks, which is great. That looks really nice. So yeah, so I'm going to let that dry. I'll probably do another coat. Okay guys, so our basket is painted and dried. Now you just want to think about how you want to lay out your design of your napkin. So like if I was to lay it out, I'm going to lay it out this way because I want the butterflies and the flowers to kind of be there. But if you turn it, you know, another way, you might not like it so much. Like if you were to do it this way, it doesn't cover up the whole basket. So just keep that in mind, your orientation. This one, I'm going to kind of have the top of some of the flowers and the butterflies too. So that's why I'm doing it this way. But feel free to do it whichever way you want. You're going to separate the layers of your napkins. So you'll go ahead and go to the very edge, wet your hands. And it's just better if you do it at the end because it's usually easier to take apart. But make sure that you separate the layers of your napkins. There's usually 3. Sometimes there's only 2 though. So just go in and separate them. You want to be a little bit gentle. My hands are full of paint, so that's probably not helping the situation. Let's try maybe another corner. You don't want them too wet. I think my hands were a little too wet for that one. Well, hopefully I can get it. Come on here. Usually never have this much trouble. Come on now. Well, hopefully I can do this on camera. I might have to go off camera. Or maybe there's just one. Let's see. I'm going to tear this apart here. I'm just tearing apart the end. I think this is maybe just a 2-ply napkin. Yes, actually it is. There's no second layer. So I'm trying to pull off a 3rd layer and there's not even one on there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to grab our decoupage glue. Okay, and I have a brush here. It's just a soft bristle brush that is not very soft right now. Oh shoot, I think I let medium dry out in it. That's not good. That's okay. We'll stick it in there. Okay, let's grab another soft one. Ready? Oops. Alright, so we're just going to go over and generously apply the decoupage glue all over our basket. Just like that. Okay. Don't worry, we are going to put more on top, so if it's not perfectly covered, that's okay. But get to the rim of your basket. That'll be good. And the bottom, you want it covered very, very well. Okay, and then we're going to take our napkin that has been separated, hopefully, the proper way, and we're going to put it right on the basket. Okay, and then I'm going to wet my sponge, wring it out, and starting on the bottom, I'm going to soak it into the basket. And this way you get the pattern of the ridges and everything, and I'm pushing it down on the glue. Just gives it a much cleaner finish, but you need to be very gentle. Don't be too rough, because it is a napkin after all. Okay, and I'm just pushing it around. Can you see that? It's not very wet, it's just a damp brush, but as you know, the sponge gets in there. Okay, and it's going to fold a little bit, but that's okay, because we're going to seal it. Okay, so go all the way around the edge. Make sure you get it right into that groove of where the basket is. So hopefully you put enough glue there. Get right up to that line there. Okay, just like that. And if you wanted to, you could just do the whole basket. I kind of wanted to have a rim, but it might be cool to do the whole thing. But I didn't brush it, so we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. Okay, and then you're going to go in with your decoupage glue. I don't know why I dipped it in there, but you actually want the glue. Shimmy. Ready? Ready? And we're going to go in and we're going to brush the whole thing, and then you'll let this dry. And if we missed any spots, don't worry, the glue will get in there and take care of that for us. Now, don't worry about moving the excess until it's completely dry, because then we can just tear it off and it'll be fine. There will be wrinkles and lumps, and that's what I love about decoupage, so just kind of get over it. You're going to have ridges where the napkin, you know, folded over, and that's okay. So, but make sure you get underneath them. They'll be smooth though. You'll still be able to see the shape of your design and everything. Just like that. Again, slip that up. And it will have some wrinkles, but that's okay. I think that adds character, and it's not a perfectly straight basket at all. You know, so we're going to have fun. Very cool. So just make sure you go around that inside rim of your basket, just like that. Like so. Okay, perfect. So we're going to let that dry, and then we'll flip it over and we'll repeat with the inside, which I'll show you how to do that also. Okay, but it looks great now, doesn't it? So it's going to be a pretty little basket. Okay, and if you wanted to, you could do the rim. I'm just not going to bother with the rim, but it's up to you. And I'm actually going to pull this down because I don't want any of it to glue on there. Okay, but we're going to go ahead and just turn it over and leave it be, let it dry. which is not so easy for me, but that's what I'm going to do. Just let it dry naturally. It's the best policy. Okay, and we just hope that I didn't mess up this corner, but I think we're okay. Alrighty, I'm just spraying it out kind of so it can dry naturally. Okay, perfect. And I'm just going to go around the edge there. There we go. So we're going to let it dry and then we'll flip it over and we'll do the inside, and then we'll probably have to do some work on the rim again, so we'll get a smaller brush and do that. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so it's almost fully dry, so I'm going to go ahead because I have no patience. And all I did was just cut, I'll do it on this side so you can see, is I just cut down to the rim of the basket. See right there? Can you see that? And now I'm just going to cut around. Now, if it's not perfectly straight, I want it right under the rim. So I'm just rough cutting it and then I can put it down. I'll show you what I mean in a second here. So see how there's a little bit that's hanging over? That's okay because I'm going to decoupage that down further too. I just want that nice crisp edge, okay? So we're just pulling it out sort of, and then we're going around right where that rim starts. And this gray color is just absolutely beautiful. It really goes really well with the purple. I just love it. So pretty. So we're just going to keep going around. Just like that. Alright. So let's do the width a little bit. And I pulled away some of my paint, so there's nothing that can help that. So I'm going to repaint it at the very end. Okay, and we're just going to go around the edge, just like that. Okay, that's my nephew. Can you say hi, Amir? He's mad at me now because I went like shush. So he's mad at me now. Okay, so then we are going to just go ahead and clean that up. So I'm going to just get my glue and do that part. Actually, we can wait till the end. Let's do the inside. So we're going to do the inside just like we did the outside. Okay, so we'll just take it. And if you wanted to, you could leave it like that, and that'd be great too. But if I'm going to be looking at the inside of the bowl, I want it to be just as pretty as the outside with that beautiful purple pattern. And you guys know how much I love purple. And actually, there was 3 layers of napkin. Oh my gosh. So for this one, I did 2 layers. So it's not as smooth as it would have been if I would have done 1, but that's okay. You'll get to see how smooth it is now. That's alright. There's nothing we can do about it now. But it went down very well for 2 layers. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll brush the inside. Let me grab this baby. Okay. Alrighty. Go ahead and just wipe off my brush here. And again, we're going to go right in with the decoupage glue. And you see there's a little bit that isn't dry, but that's alright. So again, we're going to just go all around the whole area. We're going to do all the way in the inside, so we will go over the sides too. So we would just want to fill the whole thing as much as we can with a gracious layer of decoupage glue, just like that. Okay, then we're going to take our pattern and we'll stick it right in. Don't be shy, just like that. And then we're going to take our sponge again, our trusty sponge, and we're going to go ahead and, oops, and I tore a little bit there. It's okay, but we're going to go in. It's okay, we can fix it. We'll go in and we'll just press it down gently. So just take it and do the sides first. I think it's better if you do the sides so that they're a little bit more sturdy, and I'm just taking it and pushing against the side. So I'm applying lots of pressure, and I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, and I'm pushing, just like that. And that little piece, that's okay, we'll We can decoupage that at the end with the little cover. We're going to go ahead and kind of get this a lot wetter. And the wetness just helps it to form against the shape of our basket. Now, you don't want to get it too wet because then you'll get kind of pop up. So just kind of be careful. Be gentle, gentle, gentle. Just like that. Okay. We'll do the same thing. So I'm just going to tear a little piece off here. Boy, I cannot believe that I could not get that second layer of napkin off. It looks pretty good for... And I'm just going to add that right to my design there. No one will be none the wiser, except for me, of course. But that's okay. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to gently seal the whole thing. So load your brush with decoupage glue, and we're going to go in and brush the entire thing with the glue. Okay, just like that. I'm going to seal it. Just make sure that you don't get it on the sides, because again, we want that nice ridge. Okay, and if the part won't stay down, you can just kind of push it down with your brush. That doesn't want to stay down. I think that's a piece of the wood that came through the napkin, but that's okay. That's all right. That'll give it character, right? So we're going to just gently take it around. And I just love decoupage. I love upcycling with decoupage. It's so fun. So being gentle, because I'm not being gentle, so it's coming up a little bit, but that's okay. We'll fix any rips or tears. Perfect. And we will do another one in another tutorial where you'll see kind of if you just wanted to use a little bit of the pattern and let a lot of the paint show through. We can do that too. Just because I want to show you what a different kind of effect it makes. Okay, so that's good. I think everything is down very, very well and good. Just like that. Alrighty, so that's the way it looks. Okay, so we'll let that dry and then we'll fix everything up and make it look perfect. I am going to use the Deco Arts Americana Decor Ultra Matte Finish. I might use, I say that, but I'm probably going to use the satin one because I do like the shine. And this is already glossy, so I might as well make it even shinier. And if you wanted to, you could add glitter, which would be really pretty. I won't go that far, but I do love glitter and bling. So maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to quit filling with it and let it dry. Okay, and I'll see you guys back. Hi guys, so it's all dry, so we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut down like so. And then we're going to gently tear it. Just like that. Just like that. And then we're going to kind of repaint some places. We might have to do a little bit of work on the edges there. I think we got it. Perfect. And then we're just going to take our decoupage glue and we'll just kind of finish everything up. Alrighty, let's grab our brush again. Soft bristle brush. We're going to go in and those edges we're just going to kind of pull them up and then slip them down. Just like that. just going to clean everything off, and then I'll go over it and I'll add paint in a few places where I got paint messed up. There we go. But you see, it didn't take long for it to come together at all, so that's good. Yeah, but it's a fun little decoupage. And I see these baskets all the time at like the ARC and other thrift stores. Although in Colorado, you know, we're losing a lot of our thrift stores. It's amazing. A lot of them are closing down. So I don't know what's going on, but it's a little scary right now. So we're going to go around. And they're always busy, so I don't think that that's the issue. But who knows? Money mismanagement or something. And then we'll go here. And we can pick up a few of those ends. Just like that. Right. Do the same thing there. There we go. I can pull them up a little bit, but it's really stuck pretty well actually. I'll just go around there. And then all I'm going to do is just go over the top a little bit here. We're just going to go in with a little bit more of that gray paint. That beautiful chalky gray. I'm just putting a little bit out there. Ready? And I'm going to go in with another brush, more of a detail brush, and we're just going to go in and refresh the paint. Just like that. Just wherever we think it needs it. And kind of go around the edges a little bit. We can just add it. I'll show you in a second what I mean, but you see there that I just kind of went over a little bit, and that's okay. You can kind of bring the gray into the design if we need to cover up a little bit of imperfections. Just like that. And I love decoupaging, and imagine this is going to be on my desk. It's going to make me happy every single time I see it. So all I'll do is just varnish this. And they have, Deco Arts has a bunch of different varnishes. I'm going to use the Deco Arts Americana Decor, but I'll use it in satin instead of the matte. Just kind of go in and just do some fine little detail painting. Excuse me, I'm sorry for sneezing. I just keep sneezing. Very nice. Okay. Alrighty, that actually looks pretty good. I see maybe one spot there. Here we go. And I am going to go over a little bit of the paper just to blend it out. Oh my gosh, but I love this. So I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'll just go over it with a varnish. And let me show you that too. I'll hit it really quick with some heat, and then we'll seal it with a varnish. This is I'm going to use the Deco Arts Media Satin Varnish. That's what I'm going to use to seal my work. Stick this in the water here. I'm going to hit this with the thing really, really quick, and then we'll varnish it. Okay, so now we're going to grab our paintbrush here. You can use whatever kind you want. I'm just going to use this one for the little detail parts. It's just going to create a nice little finish. If I can get it open. Oh, I forgot to put my... grab a towel and see if that will do it. Okay, well, I'm going to go put this under some water so I can get it to open because it's not opening. Okay, so I'll be right back. We'll let this dry just for a second and then I'll come back and varnish the varnish to our project. So just add it very generously all over. This is a satin one, so it's a mix between a gloss and a matte, which I love. This is my favorite varnish. So we'll just go ahead and go around like that, like so. And we'll seal everything in and just make it last longer. So be good. And Deco Arts paints are color fast, which means it's going to last. And then you have the varnish and the decoupage glue, so it'll last for years to come. Which I love projects like that. Okay, we'll go around the edges there. There. Perfect. Awesome. So we're just going to let that dry. I'll have a picture of it at the end, but it's going to turn out really great. And the varnish doesn't take that long to dry. So that's it, guys. And look at our gorgeous little basket that we made that's going to go right on my desk by my computer so I can hold all my little trinkets. And we have another one to do too. So we'll do that one in a little while. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and please share this video if you know a friend that loves decoupage or this is something that you think they'd be interested in doing. I would really appreciate it if you shared my videos. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.